Blog Talk Radio.
This day. Greetings. Welcome to Encouragement and Be Trauma Incorporated. I am your host, Encouragement Javi. We haven't been on the air for probably almost 2.5 to 3 weeks now. Today we're going to be discussing decision skills and decision questions. In other words, how to make good decisions when you have to make a decision that's going to perhaps impact your life and your family's life. So I'm going to give you a chance to grab a pen and paper if you'd like to do that. The scripture verse for today is found out of Philippians chapter 4, verse 13. I can do all things through Christ, which gives me the strength. In other words, for me, if I wanted to apply that verse to myself, I can say, I can get through I can get through my studies through Christ, which gives me the strength. But also I have to remember that I need to apply reading and putting forth the effort to do my studies, besides just using that verse, because the book of Matthew says that faith without works is dead, and you want to, of course, produce the faith by applying the faith. Besides just believing, you can get through school doing your work through Christ, which gives you the strength. Of course, He will give you the strength, but we also want to apply it. So you can take that verse and do what you like with it, however it needs to be applied in your life. Just remember, you want to produce applying it, and you want to have the faith. All right. Now, we're going to get right along into decision skills, decision-making skills. The first thing you want to do, the first step in making a great decision, is you want to learn to forgive yourself for the choices, mistakes, and sins that you have made that are in the past. And this is very important when it comes to decision-making skills, because sometimes people repeat the same patterns of decision-making over again in their life simply because they have not learned from their past mistakes or choices or sins. They have not learned any lessons in what they have done. So when it comes to another great or important decision, they choose to make the same decision again. That is usually a bad decision or a wrong decision because they just have not simply learned from the past. So it's very important. The first step is you want to learn to forgive yourself for the choices, mistakes, and sins that you have made in the past. As well, you want to look at why you made that choice. Perhaps you made that choice because you're mad. I know some people, they have said that they've made dumb decisions because they were angry with their spouse. They just decided to make a bad decision and took it out on them and didn't realize that it would hurt them whole selves and their family. And then some people just don't think things through thoroughly, and they just, as a result, make a bad decision. So you want to learn to forgive yourself for your choices, your mistakes, and your sins that you've made so that you won't have to continually repeat it over and over again. And you want to recognize, why did you do that? What was the root cause of it? Was it anger behind it? Was it resentment behind it? Was it just simply you did not think it was important and that you just make a quick decision out of every decision, even if it's a major decision, whether it concerns, I just need to iron this outfit, and you decide to iron it, or whether it concerns, I just don't want this job, and I'm going to skip to this job and skip to that job. And some people choose to live their life that way, and they consider major decisions like job or career or getting their finances in order, they just consider it a regular decision. They don't see anything major about that. And it could be for the simple fact that Maybe they were not taught properly about how important it is to make about decision-making skills. And then some people were taught and they just simply don't care and they just do what they want to do. But if you want to learn how to make decision-making skills in an effective way, because it's going to affect you, especially if it's an important decision, whether it's having children, whether it's getting married, going back to school, what job you're going to have, your friends that you're going to choose to be around, whatever it be, where you're going to bank at, how you're going to pay your car note, all those decisions are decision-making skills, and you have to recognize what it is that you have done in the past that have caused you to make wrong decisions or wrong decisions, just bad choices or a bad decision. Some people would say dumb decisions. And once you recognize that, you want to learn to forgive yourself for the choices and mistakes and sins that you've made. Learn from it so that you won't have to continue to make the same old mistakes. And then step 2 is to accept the things that you cannot change. If you have chosen, okay, I recognize this, because in order to recognize something, you have to first be willing to be open to recognize it. And then you have to be open to change so that you can start accepting the things in your life that you cannot change. No matter what anyone else knows about you or says about you, you have to choose for yourself that you're going to accept the things that you have done in your life concerning your decision-making skills that you cannot change. And in order for you to do that, you have to be honest with yourself. And if you're not going to be honest with yourself, you cannot be able to make the decision and the decision-making skills that you need to make. This is how come it's first important to learn to forgive yourself for the choices, mistakes, and sins that you've made, and to think about what you've done in your past concerning your decision-making skills so that you can move on. And once you do that, you can then learn to accept, okay, I did that. I cannot change that, but I can certainly decide not to repeat that over again. And you have to really choose not to repeat